Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. And we'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semi-final collision. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. Down here for this offense. They'll run it to the left. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down play coming up. Motion now from the tight end. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
Early on in a football game, the offense always wants to try to develop just a nice rhythm to the offense. That time, just a simple screen to the running back, and they build some confidence on this first drive with a nice play.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has a handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
That's just good, hard running by this back. And, man, they've had some good ones over the years. Go back to Jamal Lewis, who's on that 98 national championship team. Travis Henry, Arian Foster. Boy, Chris, some big physical backs come to mind when you're thinking about the Tennessee Vols.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Nice grab. It's Brazel. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, great throw and a first down for Tennessee, and they are in business. This quarterback is playing well, and, you know, Chris, they are able to recruit the nation when it comes to quarterback play because of the history and tradition they had. Started really with Peyton Manning, but has worked its way through. Think about T. Martin, won the national title in '98. Hendon Hooker, what he did a few years ago. Go back to Josh Dobbs. Boy, they've had some great quarterbacks that have played here.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. The secondary backed up off the ball now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Staley. And the game just good enough for a first down. And the Volunteers will crank up the tempo.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
A gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at second day, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time. Allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
The 9th play of a strong opening drive. It's third and long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on fourth down. Aggressive start. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tennessee. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christine, on the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he's got it again. Runs through the defender. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Third down, out of the shotgun. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. Looks like he's going to run it. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. Big guys up front line up. It's first down. offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Takes the handoff. It's Robinson. Solid run, tackled at the 45-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Game makes it second and medium. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain. Third down coming up after that running play. Can they pick up the first on the ground? Breaks loose at the 40. Physical run, breaks through a tackle. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Offense getting set, second down play here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they get him down, but that's a solid game there to move the sticks using his feet.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
And the running back takes the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And now the handoff. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Auburn. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, winding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Volunteers' powerful offense back out in the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Heading left after the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. Second down after that run on the previous play. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Short pass finds the tight end. He is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. The sophomore, lucky that one did not get picked off.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. That's good for 1st down yardage. They'll spot it at the 37.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. What's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Caught in the backfield. It's Matthews. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Well, this is why they want to get his hands on the football as often as possible. We always know about his ability to make plays downfield, but here they just get it to him quick on a wide receiver screen. He shakes the tackle and picks up nice yards.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Tackled across midfield at the 48, good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, this is what you see all over college football and even up, obviously, in the NFL. These tight ends that are really recruited as big receivers, and they can get one-on-one matchups, and they've got speed after the catch. This is a short throw. You can see what he does after the catch, and he is a tough matchup for whether it's a safety, a nickel, or a linebacker.
There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. Caught near the goal line. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers. That kind of execution for a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up 1st downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
Return begins inside the 10. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The gain moves the ball to the 34. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Vols will kick this away to begin the second half. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of... And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Here we go.
The quarterback making some changes at the line. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. So it looks like the penalty will be accepted by the head coach, and the offense will pick up some yardage there. Penalty makes it 1st and long. Ball handed off. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Second down after that previous play. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Brought down, but is past the line of the game.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
That's an important first down on that running play. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Deep ball caught inside the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Tigers.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And Tennessee's offense back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. With sure hands, it's Lewis. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out in space.
Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do well.
And in first down, they go right back to him. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Vols. And they will claim the second half lead. He just breaks away and takes it to the house from distance. That's an elite running back type of play.
You know, when he got out into the open field, I didn't know if he had the speed to take that thing all the way to the house, but he does. That's next-level speed.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. The Auburn offense back out on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Off the play fake on first down. He's escaping the pocket now. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense has been lights out all year long. In fact, it's been one of the best pass defenses in the country. Big reason why they're in this playoff, and they're living up to that standard today.
They'll try the right here. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass rush closing in. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and then pick up the first down.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He's brought down out at the 46.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Getting set. Here's second down. Using his legs. It's Young. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
This Auburn offense is moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. Running with purpose. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Handoff in a single back formation. And the tackle is made, but the offense now is set up. 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Fresh center downs, 1st and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. That's another strike from this quarterback, Kirk. He is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. Stop there for no gain, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. No press here. The defense backing away. Second down. We're going to throw it. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaks loose at the 45. It's a big gain all the way to enemy territory. Tackled at the 45.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking here. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Here's the handoff. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
That's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run phase. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? The DB's backing off from the line now. They'll run it to the right side. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid gain.
They could use some yards here on third down. A field goal try would be from 54. Can he get there on the ground? Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Tie ball game late, and they're going for it on fourth down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he finds his target. He has the first. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
The Volunteers pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
And they'll use the ground game here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Tennessee. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Well, he escapes, Kirk, extends the play. That was just a thing of beauty.
What a great job of just getting out of the pocket and staying calm when it looked like nothing was there. He scrambled, found the open receiver downfield, just like we've seen so many times from this guy on film.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. And the Auburn offense trots back onto the field. The last drive, the ground game, was so successful. Ended in a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can respond to it this time. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. And there's the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
It's a good solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? He's found some room at the 45. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Pulls it in. It's Thompson. And smart choice, he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
This is why offenses drill down on the 2-minute drill year-round. You want to have quarterbacks and wide receivers completely dialed in on down and distance, and especially the clock. You got to get out of bounds when you can to preserve it. They do a really good job of that right here.
A handoff to the back. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. He's a wide-open receiver, complete.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, Chris, this is exactly what they needed to do. Put a touchdown up on the board. They pull within 1 in a playoff game. And now it's decision time. Do you tie the game up or potentially take the lead?
Excluding the extra point, we are dead even here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And with time a factor here late in the game, he'll just take a knee and they'll start the drive at the 25. And the Volunteers' high-tempo offense is back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in regulation? Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. And a timeout is called. They'll talk it over, tied late here in the fourth quarter. One play, and they're already past the 40, first and 10. Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Oh, I love this play call by the offensive coordinator. We got a tie game. You're around midfield. You come up with a big play. At the very least, you're thinking field goal, possibly touchdown.
Here comes a handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. And the offense will spend a timeout with 27 seconds remaining. Third down play for this offense. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big fourth down coming up.
Crucial play here. They go to the air. Quick throw to the left. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. The offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency, and that's a great example that he's up to it.
The Vols will have first and 10 here. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete as time runs out of regulation. We are headed to overtime. Here comes our first play of overtime. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on second down. Makes a quick catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first down. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. You got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
The offense, excellent field position to start this drive. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And the single back takes the handoff. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Movement at the second level of the defense now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Into the end zone to take the lead here in OT. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine in a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
So pressure on this offense here in overtime. They must score a touchdown to stay alive. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. And that run produces a decent gain. The Volunteers will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. They'll feed the back again. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's moving out of the pocket. Makes the catch. It's Staley. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. Second down and goal upcoming. Defense not pressing this time. He's moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it on the move. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This quarterback's got to be so frustrated. He's got an open receiver. He makes a good throw with a good route from his intended target, but this defensive back makes a heck of a play on the ball and knocks it away.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down. So now it's fourth down. Ball game on the line right now. And now the defense will spend a timeout to talk strategy here before this crucial play coming up. So now it's fourth down. Ball game on the line right now. And the offense will spend a timeout before one of the most important plays of this game, needing to convert here. So now it's fourth down. Ball game on the line right now. The secondary backed up off the ball now. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Launching one to the end zone. Oh, and it's a huge overtime interception.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring when the game is over?
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up